Hi, it's Nick Astor with TriplePundit.com here at the South by Southwest Eco 2013 event. I'm here with Darren Beck from Sprint. You're the Director of Environmental Initiatives at Sprint, and we've talked a couple of times. And
we have. It's good to be back with you again, Nick. Thank you.
Sure. Now, every time we talk, it's great because there's always kind of a new surprise. And
right.
One of these themes that we've been really very fond of for years has been this idea of biomimicry.
Right.
But this is the first time I've heard of biomimicry being applied to the telecom sector. What's going on?
Yeah, good question. We have begun working with the San Diego Zoo around bio-inspired packaging. You know, we've been doing some amazing work around our packaging within Sprint over the last few years. One of the first telecoms, right, to go out and actually produce a life cycle analysis around what we've been able to drive for reduced environmental impact. In fact, from 2009 to the end of last year, have reduced our impact by 55% as a whole with our packaging.
What does that mean, impact?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we're looking at, just in terms of the carbon footprint associated with it, how much water is being withdrawn from the overall process, how much, kind of forestry is associated with kind of producing the materials itself. So as a whole, across the board, reduce 55%. This is using unbleached craft paper, that has at least 30% recycled content, soy inks, eco-friendly adhesives, and the rest. So the nice thing is, with all that work, we've done a great job catching the low-hanging fruit, right? So we've been asking ourselves internally, where do we go from here, right? Because at a certain point, you start needing to get some ideas to come in from the outside to take you further along the route to where sustainability can go next.
So what is next?
Yes. So that's where the San Diego Zoo comes in. I had a great chance 2 summers back at the Sustainable Brands event to go over on a tour that they provided for their Center for Bioinspiration. And they're doing a great job of being able to take a look at essentially what's the world's largest collection of plants and largest collection of animals in the world, and to look at that almost as you look at it in terms of big data. Right? All these adaptations that organisms in nature have been able to create for their ultimate survivability. And so how do you capitalize on those patterns and those processes and use it to drive the economic engine not only of San Diego but across the country by working with companies like Nike and Procter & Gamble and Sprint to incorporate it into their R&D process, if that makes sense.
Okay, so drum roll.
Yes.
How is this manifesting in the packaging?
For the packaging, so what we've been looking at is we came to them with a problem, and the challenge was we want to be able to create packaging that might be lightweight but still durable. Packaging that might be flexible but still impact resistant, and even looking at possible ways of generating color on the packaging in new ways, all again with a mind toward greater sustainability as a whole. So we'll go over and the zoo put before us a number of things, including the 3-banded armadillo, and as a part of that,
hence your shirt here.
Hence the shirt today, yes, and as a part of that, we draw inspiration from things that we'll see like just the beautiful blend of form and factor. They're one of only 2 armadillo species that can completely wrap up into a ball. It's amazing. The nose kind of goes down here, the tail goes up here, fully enclosed. Origami ears that fold in and then pop back out when they come out. So they kind of talk to us even about the ability to have the unboxing experience and what that might look like, on into patterns like hexagons. You see them prolifically throughout nature, and hexagons on their shells really give them the ability to look at taking
like a beehive, right? Yeah.
Yes, to a great extent like that, honeycomb-like. It allows them to absorb that impact, but still remain flexible the way that they're shaped. We also see within there kind of the sandwich composite, right, of hard and soft together. Nature really likes hard and soft together for durability and the absorption of impact over time. And so you'll see kind of keratin scales on top of a bony plate. And we even drew inspiration from where you're going to find some softer parts of the organism, right, or the animal underneath the shell, where it needs certain functionality, and harder parts on the outside. So it makes us think about our packaging. Does it need to be equally hard throughout, or can we strategically build in materials where they're needed for strength, and then go with less material in areas where we don't need that same level of durability within the packaging, right? So it's just kind of thinking through how we might go through the lightweighting process as well. So one of many examples of plants, animals, and artifacts that they brought to our attention and to bring forth in today's interview, if that helps.
That's fantastic. And finally, anything's going to roll out soon? Are we going to, when we get a new phone, are we going to notice this on the package yet?
You know, it's going to be an ongoing process. Sometime over the next 24 months, you'll likely see, you know, different aspects of bio-inspiration coming into the packaging as a whole. I think for us, what we're looking at are things like, you know, how much time is it going to take to roll out different concepts. Are we talking about incremental change? Are we talking about revolutionary change in terms of the overall experience? You know, what kind of impact is it going to take into our supply chain and our vendors who are working towards that? So a lot of those are bringing into some calculations for us. But at the end of the day, a couple ideas that seem to like to bring us some greater encouragement for where we're going would be that kind of selective protection, kind of like with the hard and soft areas where they need to be. But on into, can we minimize the packaging even further, right? Can we take it down to a way that it's even smaller than it is today, can still provide the protection needed, almost like a pod or a seed would do within a plant as well. But yeah, so more to come, but yes, it's going to be an ongoing process as we try to figure out how to blend it together with our production.
Excellent. Well, we'll be eagerly following along. Darren, thanks for your time.